coffee, living life and looking cute, and that's why bitches mad at me. I'm in my zone, so calling my phone in my own. Unless you're booking an appointment.
Hey guys, we are back with another bedtime stories video, and I'm on time this week. Aren't you guys proud of me? Okay, so let's jump right in. So for the first story, it says, "Am I the asshole for having my cousin thrown out of my wedding for not wearing white?" I, 28 female, got married 2 weeks ago, and I'm still getting backlash from what happened, so I'm here to see if I'm really the one in the wrong. Sorry. My husband and I decided to have a child-free white wedding where the guests are all in white. I personally don't like to wear white because I always feel that no matter what I'm doing, something always manages to get me dirty. So my dress was not white but blue. This all started when I decided who would be in my bridal party. I chose 2 friends from middle school, 1 from high school, my 16-year-old niece, and my cousin. Since I was having a child-free wedding, I didn't want anyone under the age of 18. But my whole family knows my niece is my one exception. When we went to the dress shop to pick out dresses, I informed my bridesmaids that they would be in black to match the groomsmen. Everyone was on board with the color, and we found a dress that fit everyone, and the top would be adjusted for comfort. Everything was going great until my cousin asked why my niece was getting the same dress, so I told her she was a bridesmaid. My cousin said she assumed she was there for a flower girl dress since I'm not inviting anyone under the age of 18, and if I needed another bridesmaid, her daughter could do it. First of all, why are you suggesting that I switch my bridesmaid? I told my cousin no, and her daughter is a guest. Things got awkward, but we were done, so we left. And I took my niece and explained that she was a bridesmaid, and that wasn't changing. Everything was going great until after the bridal dress shopping. At that point, I had done a lot of research to find the dress style I liked and who had the color I wanted or could get it. I went to the appointment with my bridesmaids, my parents, and my in-laws. Everything was fine, but I didn't like anything I picked until my mom found a dress I didn't think I would like, but ended up being the one, and they could get it in my color. We were all happy until my cousin said something that made me snap. She said I should pick a dress that made me look prettier and not as fat. I blacked out and said a bunch of things I shouldn't have, then kicked her out of the bridal party and the wedding. A few days later, my aunt, who I love and respect, called to ask for my cousin to be invited as a guest. I did feel guilty about the things I said, so I said yes. Fast forward to the wedding, and it was my turn to walk out. The first thing I see out of the corner of my eye is a gold dress. My cousin sat in the middle row of the aisle in a gold strapless dress, and then she posted a picture. I wanted to cry, but continued on, and once we were finished, I told my wedding planner to have her kicked out and kept away. A few think she could have stayed, but others think she should have followed the dress code. My aunt thinks I could have asked her to leave instead of having security throw her out and embarrass her. Am I the asshole for throwing my cousin out for wearing gold, not white? Girl, she did that on purpose. Ain't no assholiness going on. Like, she hands down did that on purpose. She did it to be spiteful. She did it to be weird. But what I don't understand is why she's so upset that her daughter wasn't a bridesmaid in someone else's wedding. Like, what does that even have to do with her daughter? It hardly has anything to do with her. Hardly. Clearly why she was no longer a bridesmaid. But are you kidding me? And to be wearing gold. Let me see. Let's look at the picture. Like, it's a cute dress and all, but, like, you hands down did that on purpose. Especially because 9 times out of 10, you asked to be invited. You asked for her aunt, your mom, to ask her if you could come. So, if you were going to come to this wedding, you had enough time to buy a white dress. Amazon does 2-day shipping when you have Prime. Also, if you have Prime on Amazon, even if you don't have Prime, you should shop on my Amazon storefront because I'm posting outfits, content, client closets. I'm posting outfits that I'm putting together, outfits that I wore to model, blah, 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 blah. Now, back to the story. That was weird. No, you're not the asshole, and I would have had her kicked out too. And also, your aunt can go to hell as well because you know your daughter's wrong. And I'm not, on my wedding day, I'm not addressing any shadiness, any bullshit, any blah, blah, blah. We can address it after, but you're not going to ruin my day. And that's exactly what your cousin wanted to do. And Absolutely not. Like, like, she's lucky security only kicked him out. Which is why, whenever, at my wedding, I want it to be small, intimate. Like, if it could just be me and Aaron and my mom and the 2 kids. And it probably can't, because all I need is a witness. And there's my mom. Like, that's how it would be. My kids don't listen, so they're hardly invited. But you know what I mean? Like, small and intimate, because people like that really make me mad. So let's get to the next story. Okay, story number 2 says, would I be the asshole for not deleting my son's baby pictures? My 45 female. Oh. Son. Wait, what? I'm assuming she's saying me. Me, 45 female. No, that makes no sense. It says, my 45F son, 18M, has transitioned from female to male about 4 to 5 years ago. I myself, I'll just read. Y'all decipher. I myself thought it was a little too early to start transitioning, but I didn't say anything and decided to be supportive. After all, that's my child. Anyway, a few days ago, my son, I'm the slow one. It's just let me show you. Ugh, it won't even let me zoom in. Okay, so 45-year-old female, me, and my son is 18 male and is transitioning into a female. It was just the way that they worded it just didn't make sense to me. But let me know if I'm slow or not. But anyways, it says, anyway, a few days ago, my son saw me scrolling through my camera roll and yelled at me because I was tearing up at his baby pictures where he was still dressed extremely femininely and was obviously a girl. I wasn't crying at it because he isn't a girl anymore. I was crying because time flies. He told me that by keeping those pictures as memories, I'm totally disregarding the fact that he is no longer a girl and I'm a transgender phobic. Info. At the time I was looking at the pictures, my son wasn't near. I would never look at those around him because that's a boundary of his. So before I read the edit, I feel like there's a lot going on hormonally, like in your brain. Like, that's a big transition. So I don't feel like, me personally, like, I would want to keep those pictures. I probably, like, wouldn't post them. I wouldn't share them, but I'm keeping those pictures. Just because there's a lot of reasons, but also, like, you are, okay, she transitioned into a male. You're still my son. I love you. You're my son. And these are pictures of my baby boy. Like, you know what I mean? And that's from a mother's point of view. Now, from another point of view, I just don't think I would ask my mom to delete core memories for her. Like, yes, don't look at it in front of me if it's triggering for me, but those are yours to keep, really. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. It says, edit, I don't appreciate the backlash on my son. Please keep those harsh opinions off of him. My heart was saddened by this because this is the last thing I will ever be. I have open arms to anyone and everyone. I personally believe that it's not fair for me to delete the photos because those are some of my only memories I have of him when he was an infant kid. Please give me some feedback if I'm an asshole or not, or whether I should delete them. Like I said, me personally, I don't think you should delete them. I feel like those are your memories, your core memories, but I guess out of respect and for a boundary, keep them to yourself. Just keep them to yourself, I guess. That's, like, sad. I don't know. I mean, like, I know how I would feel, but unless you're in that position, I feel like, you know, whatever you say doesn't really matter because it's not you. And, you know, 2 different opinions. Everybody's going to have their different opinion about it, but that's how I feel about it. So, next topic. All right, it says, I caught my wife cheating. I, 52 male. I recently found out my wife has a boyfriend for some time and has been doing a very sloppy job of hiding it now. I didn't want to believe it at first. I caught the man coming over at 3:30 a.m. last Saturday. This is while I was not at home. I wanted to forgive her, but I'm having trouble doing so now. I came back home for our son's birthday and stayed the night twice. As soon as I went to work, guess who is right back over to my house? We also have a daughter. I hate what is happening to our children. I don't know what to do anymore. I don't understand why people just don't leave, don't divorce. Well, like, where are you staying at anyways for you not to be home? But just leave. Like, it's hard, I feel like, especially when you love a person, but you know that TikTok sound? Well, it's really a SpongeBob sound, and Patrick was like, I have an idea. And SpongeBob was like, what is it? He was like, let's leave. Like, that's exactly how I feel. Like, there's not really any advice that could be given to you because you're just staying in a predicament and you're staying in a situation where you know better. So just leave, honestly. It's hard, but you'll get over it, babe. Leave. All right, it's time for a question break. It says you are given the choice of choosing these free items for your pantry for the rest of your life. What would you choose in each category? You can choose one beverage, a fresh fruit, one vegetable, a snack, and a pre-packed dessert. One from each, free for life. What are you choosing? Everybody's going to say, why don't you pick water? Because I love Baja Blast. So I'm, for starters, picking Baja Blast. The second one, as a fresh fruit, I think I'll go with apples. Actually, mango. One vegetable, corn on the cob. A snack, hot fries. Oh wait, either hot fries or Snickers. Let me decipher. I'll do hot fries, and then a prepackaged dessert, cheesecake. Yep, that's what I'm picking. What are you picking? All right, I got one more story for you guys since the other ones were kind of long. This one says, am I the asshole for announcing my pregnancy at my sister's wedding after she did the same at mine? So this is what happened. My sister and I have been close all these years, but things went a little tense since she told me she would like to propose at my wedding to her girlfriend. So I said, no way, this is my day, get out of here. Oh, get out there for once and let me be the center of attention. She insisted it would be a special moment for our family, so I told her that if she did, then I would make her leave. But of course she did just that anyways. It was a mess. My mom got involved, and she tells me that if I kick my sister out, then she would leave it wet as well. So I have no choice but to just let it be, even though I was angry. Bye. 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 Like, bye. The fuck? Like, y'all can all go. That is so selfish. Okay. That is so selfish. To continue, fast forward to the day of my sister's wedding. I have to say, I was probably the last person to make a conventional speech or toast, but instead, I used my time to announce that my husband and I are expecting our first baby. To me, it wasn't about stealing the spotlight. It just felt right to share our news with the family that we don't get to see often. But my mom lost it, and my dad told her to relax and that it was my moment too. Now my sister is angry with me for stealing the spotlight from her wedding, but I had to remind her of how she did the same at mine. I even have text proof where she threatened me if I didn't let her propose. So, if we're being honest here, we got to take a little bit of accountability. You did that on purpose, and you did it to be spiteful. Now, although I agree with you doing it on purpose and to be spiteful, do not lie and say that you didn't. Talking about, I took the chance to tell my family. Like, girl, please. A Facebook announcement would have sufficed. But your mom is weird. She obviously has a favorite, so she needs to be gone, just like your sister needs to be gone. Y'all need to leave each other alone. Like, this is toxic. I don't care. People do that's your family, that's your, like, so who's about to sit up and let people constantly, disrespect you or pick this person over you or blah, 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 blah. Nobody's doing that. So, yeah, just be honest about the reason why you did it. We all know why you did it. I don't blame you for doing it, but at least be honest about it. And the rest of your family is POSs, except for your dad. But he he ain't picking a side means he's picking a side. And I hate that so bad. So, actually, we want to do one more story. Okay, for our last story, it says, am I the asshole for not giving back my fiance's deceased grandmother's engagement ring? Throwaway account. I, 29 female, am engaged to Jake, 32 male. We have been engaged for 2 years, and he has an older brother, Sam, who's 38. When Jake and I got engaged, Jake wanted me to have his grandmother's engagement ring. Jake talked to Sam, and Sam said since he doesn't plan to get married or have children, that Jake should use the ring. I love that ring and love the sentimental meaning behind it. Sam met a wonderful woman, Hannah, within the last year, and they are expecting a child. Once they found out it would be a girl, Hannah told Sam she wants him to get the ring back for their daughter. First of all, why is this ring coming up in conversation that has nothing to do with this Hannah girl? And like the ring is no longer the grandmother's, and it's no longer an option to Sam because it has been given to Jake to give to someone else. The fuck? It says Jake has already told Sam no. During Sunday dinner last week at my mother-in-law's house, Hannah brought up the ring and how it should be given to their daughter since she would be a great-grandchild, and I am not related by blood. It became an intense discussion. Luckily, my mother-in-law also agrees with my fiance and I. Hannah then asked if her daughter could have it in our will. I said no because it'll either be given to our son or our future daughter. I told Hannah to take up her problem with Sam since he's the one who let Jake have the ring. Give it to me. Hannah ended up leaving the house crying. Am I the asshole? What is her entitlement for? She is so entitled to this ring that she has probably never even seen. Like, unless you're staring dead at somebody's hand, like, nobody really notices that, in my opinion. But what is her entitlement? Like, it's kind of giving you want the ring so you can pawn it off or something. Like, you don't really give a fuck to give it to your daughter. I'm sorry. Like, that is so weird. If you care so much, tell your mother-in-law, or I don't even know. Oh, wait. No, they're not even married. They're just expecting a child. Tell your baby daddy's mommy to give you a ring. Because what is your entitlement to this ring? It has absolutely nothing to do with you. It's your engagement ring. Like, that's your ring. And yes, you should give it to your kids after this. Like, Hannah's weird. And I feel like Sam doesn't really have an issue, but like, baby mama said, like, girl, get the fuck over it. What if they have kids? Oh, wait, they do. Oh, I'm like, hello. Oh my God, the entitlement of these people is gut-wrenching. Like, girl, it's not yours. It's not yours, and it's no longer no longer Sam's. It's now Jake's and the fiance, the girlfriend, the whatever. The fuck is wrong with people? So that was story time for today. I hope you guys had a good day. I am on time, and I'm so proud of that because I've been slacking, I've been lacking, and I'm just happy that I get to post this video on time. And I will see you guys next week for story time. Bye.